Just tell me when.
When?
All right, welcome, everyone, to the 5th edition of the ROH podcast. I am your host, Kate Kotanis, and with me this week are Chaos Lamrick.
Hey.
Merrick.
Yo.
Otana, or Oda.
Hello.
And Kaylin.
Howdy.
And I'm recording
All right,
so don't worry.
How's everyone doing this week?
Doing pretty good. It's Friday.
I don't have a cold anymore. Flu, whatever.
Posting like crazy in the palace.
That's nothing new.
Nope.
The palace
When
is
do we
Not
get
like
our
me.
medals?
dirt.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need
like
our medal. Kaden,
Transition to
give us our
transition.
medal.
I want my
Huh?
medal.
Anyways,
Well, I think the first thing we can talk about this week is, well, what happened earlier today. The hacking that happened on the website.
Yes.
Basically, what happened is somebody got a hold of an old file or something. According to Aaron, now, someone got a hold of some old files, changed the HTML or URL access, and it went to this weird site talking about penis pills or some shit.
It was totally
Yeah,
wrong.
now, yeah, I really didn't
before
see.
I got it.
Yeah, I really didn't see anything, and ROH didn't act up towards me, and
But I mean, who on ROH doesn't need some penis pills? I mean, really.
All the girls?
You might need them someday.
I
You might
don't
have.
need any.
No, I think I'll be fine in that category.
Maybe Aaron needed them.
maybe.
It was all just a public service announcement, but just meant for Aaron.
Yeah.
Probably.
We love you, Aaron.
But anyway, it appears that everything is fine now, and it really seemed to only affect a few people. So
There's no
Wasn't
more
a big
penises
deal.
on ROH.
yeah, no penis pills. But it's something that happens. It's happened before. This time it wasn't anything major, thankfully. We're not on ROH 7 right now, so that's good.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah,
That would have blown. That would have been awful.
It would have.
that would have been awful. As me and Kaylin and Greg can tell y'all, yeah, hacking ROH is not fun.
Unless
it's
you're the
tons of
person doing
fun
it.
if you do it right.
Anyone that has anything to add to this?
Why doesn't the other, our so-called rival site get this problem?
'Cause we have
What was it
called? Site?
Zelda Universe? What was it?
Zelda Universe is that big ass fan site.
Yeah. Why don't they get problems?
Because they have
They probably
fancy
do.
security.
Maybe they do and
We
they
have
keep it under
Aaron.
wraps.
Yeah.
Or maybe the ones
Yeah, that's
causing the
true.
problems are the people from Zelda Universe.
They
Maybe
have
it was
fancy
Ronnie.
security.
They're jealous of our mad skills over here in ROH.
Yep. They're jealous of our mad skills.
Mystery solved. Moving on to the next.
Something like
Now
that.
we just need to solve the Ben Drown mystery.
And they would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for us.
I would love that arc to be started back up.
The what to get started back up?
Arc, the whole Ben Drown story.
Man, that was some creepy shit. Alright,
So what's next?
Well, I guess the next thing on our list is the Battle for the Clock finally finished.
Yeah, I have not been reading that. I'm not even gonna lie. Too long. Didn't read.
Has,
Oh my god.
has anyone read?
I
That was
kinda followed it, but
bullshit.
I don't care anymore.
Oh, sorry, my dog's barking.
That is incredibly loud.
Yeah, that was incredibly loud.
I don't think
She's
her
a
dog
good
likes us.
She barks me even on the internet.
Did anyone read the Battle for the Clock, how it finished and all that?
I haven't read it recently, but I've seen up to.
Back to Hyrule.
What was it? When friggin'. I think it was when Jonathan posted, but I don't know. But I think that was before anything.
The last.
Yeah,
I
the last thing
followed,
I
I
never-
just read the comments in the chat about it.
I mean, it was just gay the way it ended. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
how did it end? Fill us in.
Oh, you guys don't know? Oh, okay, I thought you guys were just like, I don't give a shit. Okay. Oh no, so Chandra lit the bomb cart, right? And it was supposed to blow up. Well, first Ben posts and is like, oh, Richard cuts the wick off of the bomb and stops the bomb or whatever. And then Will's like, no, you can't do that. So then he talked to Will, and then he basically just pushed the cart into the water, and that puts out the fire. The bombs don't go off. Then Chandra blew his load and used nuts and got out of there.
Wait.
You
What?
took it down?
Assuming these things are like dynamite, throwing them in the water wouldn't make them not work. Have these people ever heard of dynamite fishing?
Different kind of dynamite,
I
isn't it? Special?
I don't know. I don't particularly agree with it. I thought it was stupid. Like, I was just like, well, it should just blow. Like, I hate how fuses have like, oh, we have all the time in the world. Like, screw that. Like, 3-second fuse and explosion. Like, but
Well,
yeah,
time in our
apparently-
we all stretch funny.
but yeah. So nothing blew up, and only Zane died, and
Zane's not
No
dead,
dick.
though.
Yeah.
there was no
Zane's not
dick
dead.
punching.
No,
So-
Zane didn't die. He's just unconscious.
Oh, he didn't die? Oh, okay.
No, he didn't
everyone's
die.
Like,
This is
get
the
him
most
He's still alive.
intense battle ever. Oh,
No, I thought he did die.
Nope.
No, yeah, he did die.
No, he's just knocked
He
unconscious.
didn't die. He's alive. He's
Evelyn's like,
not
get him to a
out.
doctor. And that
Yeah.
was like her last post. And I'm going to Hyrule.
Oh.
He's not dead. He is still alive. He just the character was it Zane said that he thinks he's dying, and then he passed out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been reading. I haven't read the RP. Like, I've just been reading the battle system part. So
Yeah. So,
No, he's not dead.
only
just knocked out.
accomplished with that entire fight was getting Ephraim retired and learning the inspiration still has fucking issues.
And the sad thing is that he didn't get retired in the way he wanted to. Everybody's plans were ruined because of Richard.
Uh-oh.
So the moral of the
Thank
story
you.
is,
Let the bombs go off.
Thank
Don't
you.
invite
die.
Richard to the party.
Ephraim didn't die. The clock tower didn't get damaged. And I bet Richard's like, yay, I saved the day. Wait, why is everyone glaring at me?
Well,
Oh, we can't
let's
blame
see.
for, we can't blame for acting in character. That kind of started the whole debacle by itself right there. So
Yeah, Richard does like play the hero. He is the hero type character
he's like one
Which-
of the only hero characters on the board.
Chronic
who isn't
Girls.
all in his head like Zane.
Anyways, anyone else? Anything else we want to say on this?
Now that
Nope.
Zane
I think we're
survived,
good.
he's gonna have such a huge ass ego. Like, more than he is now.
We're kind of.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like, I was spared because the goddesses love me. And
He thinks it'd be funny as all get out if the circle replaced him, or at least a good RPing opportunity.
oh, sorry, we thought you were dead. Oh well.
And whoever replaced him were like, nah, I'm not stepping down. I don't care that you're alive.
This is your retirement / welcome back party.
Things like that.
Well, moving on now. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but we got a new ROH game.
Ah, yes,
What?
the board game.
The ROH board game.
Oh yeah, the thing I found.
Yeah, Oda, why don't you explain it briefly to us, since you kind of
Okay.
found it.
Good luck with that.
Okay, it's a game. It's a game where you have a group of people. You have to get to the finish line by facing random events, such as blowing up from a grenade.
Getting your dead body blown up by a grenade.
Yes.
Oh,
Was it getting STDs? I don't know how many times people got AIDS.
Oh my God,
And-
that Jennifer Aniston picture.
getting hypnotized.
Getting rickrolled. So basically, it's just a game about trying to get to the finish line with having random shit happen to you.
Most random stuff.
Yeah,
like
and of course you
absolute
can do shit to other people.
Hilarious.
It's so
And
fun.
you- It is fun. I love
It
that
really
game.
shouldn't be, considering the premise. All you're doing is clicking buttons to get to the end. But wow.
Yep.
I love the jukebox.
Oh, and you can
The
also-
jukebox is what makes it.
In the game, you have a chance to, like, there's a jukebox that plays random YouTube videos, and each person can pick, like, they give you a random, like, amount of six songs or videos you can click on. And me and Ash Tsubasa, kept clicking the Homestuck ones to annoy Kiroku.
John chose whichever he thought would annoy everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes everyone happy.
And I just kept playing, like, whatever. Like, most of the songs kind of sucked.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I got Classico on the
What?
first game, that was awesome.
The one time I played it was pretty damn fun.
Yep.
Something,
So it's
something
like
we
Oregon
definitely need to
Trail
play
on
more
crack.
often.
Like random shit happens to you.
Yeah, and you can also pick a class. Like, you can, depending on how you set the game, it changes. But you can have it where you can be an assassin, a saboteur, a merchant, an incubus. Being an
And do those
incubus
actually help
shields
you,
your
or do they
STDs.
just the random things
Huh?
to choose? Do they actually help you, or are they random things to choose? Like, how does that affect your gameplay?
Do certain abilities.
Basically, you get something random happens to you, and you get choices to do stuff. And depending on what you choose, there's several different things that could happen when you click it, and it's randomized.
If you get
Like-
Priest could be freaking amazing.
Like, there's one random event where your character you can choose to go inside a deadly pyramid, and you may or may not get murdered your face inside this pyramid.
More likely you will.
Yeah, like you get, like, while you're in the pyramid, it'll say go left, go right, look
Dude,
for an exit, and at random, it could tell you that you just got sliced apart by this thing or whatever. So
Yeah, it's a freaking mess. No, hardly anyone ever goes in there.
I would definitely go to that pyramid. Sounds awesome. No.
Get in the chat more often.
Apparently, I need to.
Yeah.
I used to lurk in chat so long ago, but now I don't know.
you need to visit it.
It happens.
Yeah, well, if I were on, I'm already pushing it, be on the website at work, and if I were to jump in chat, I'm sure it'd be like, you're fired, go home.
Aw. That's what weekends are for.
Yeah,
And I'm
well,
sure it-
And there's like people in there until midnight, so you could get on when you get home.
that's true.
There really
I don't
is no reason for you to not be in there. I can't talk.
It's
Okay,
okay, we all ignore you anyways. I'm just kidding.
But yes, I
Wanna
say
move on to the next thing?
go into the chat and play that game.
yeah, what are we doing next?
new guilds, Powder Gang, and I think the one is getting close.
The one's short 2 people. It's kind of irritating Celine. That's
Ah.
because she's. I don't know. It
The
doesn't help that,
Powder-
like, everyone that could join the one is going over to either the Explorers Guild or the Powder Gang.
Well,
Yeah.
that stinks.
I know. That's kind of what irritated her. She doesn't have a problem with them guilds, but she's having.
My character might go into the wand, but the only reason why I said that, like, the reason why I've been kind of not saying whether or not she would or not is simply because that's the only guild, like, she doesn't know about it. She doesn't know anything about it, so I doubt that she'll find it anytime soon. The Bomber Gang, on the other hand, since she's friends with the leader, she would know about right away.
Fang hasn't gotten it started in character yet, so. She's been waiting on people to post.
I mean, really, the most pain in the ass thing about guilds is that unless you're not already a part of it in the beginning, is trying to get integrated into it via RP.
Yeah, I heard you and Fang had that problem with the masks.
Oh god, yes. And then right when it was supposed to happen, right when I had my ticket into the guild closes. It's like, shit.
Yeah. Well, I think part of
That's
the reason the guild closed and everything has a lot to do with why you guys probably weren't recruited faster. Everybody was freaking in quests or gone somewhere else, and so it was really hard to get anybody out there to recruit.
Yeah.
That's why the Thieves Guild quest group actually quit the quest, so we could go handle recruiting these cars and not suck at recruiting.
At least they're staying true to character and not just like, oh, suddenly I became a social butterfly just to recruit you.
Yeah, and then we got like 1 million new members like out of nowhere. We were going fine with just 6 people, no new members, and then we had like 20. Well, not quite.
We all made it look fun, maybe. I don't know. Good job.
Yes.
Well, with the Thieves Guild, it seems a lot easier to get in.
That's true,
Like,
but that's because we've had
I mean,
everyone joining Clockdown since we got there.
You just steal shit and you're in, right? Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I tried to pickpocket one of the members and I got in.
Way to fail.
Got in.
I failed, but it was worth it. He would say every day of his life that it was worth it, even though he didn't get anything out of it but a smack to the face. In fact, he didn't even get that type of glory. He didn't even get hit. He just got told, hey, don't put you up in my pocket. And he was like, oh, fine then.
They're like, hey, join
Whatever.
the club. This is ridiculous.
Whatever, bro.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, lots of new guilds joining in. Powder Gang. Of course, the Knights of Hyrule has joined in recently. Explorers League. We've gone from 3 guilds to almost 7 in the span of about 3 weeks. Pretty fucking
We're
amazing
actually
shit.
active. Let's jump down.
Huh?
We have
The powder-
6 guilds now. Oh, hey,
Well,
the
the
Masters-
Powder Gang hasn't officially joined.
Yeah, they haven't gotten their guild form up yet, but the
That's what I
Masters
mean,
got
6
their
I'm
or
guild
not
now.
sure when. Yeah, I'm not sure when Hotaru's gonna actually, like, you know,
He
make
already
the
made
guild,
the ticket.
make it official.
He already made the ticket. We're waiting on Than to make the form.
They're
Well, yeah, I
basically
know, but I'm
just
talking about
a
if-
chaos-causing group.
That's what I'm talking about too. He's waiting on Than to make the form.
Needs to hurry the hell up.
Yeah. The Masks finally got their form taken down.
Yeah?
You know, we were having a party in there.
Is the circle even still active? I mean, they went for like months without making a single post on their form that I noticed.
They are, it's just, it's kind of in limbo. Kind of like the Regency in Hyrule, it's pending. Everybody's not quite sure where everybody else stands, and nobody wants to put their cards out on the table just yet.
I think someone needs to pull out just random card out of nowhere from like a completely different deck and just say Ganondorf. Ganondorf comes. Yeah.
You activated my trap card.
Oh god, I thought the Alliance is still around.
Feces shall hit the whirling device.
The Alliance needs to
Dragon
do
capture
something.
jar.
Okay, anyways. We can't focus for
any other-
shit.
Okay, let me try to rein everything back in here. Any more news that we should cover? Anything else happening on ROH that needs to be said?
No.
Not that I know of.
Not that I
Somebody
know
has
of.
to give some people awards they have yet to do.
I actually can't
Yeah.
to do that, so.
I was teasing Cam about not giving Gertie and
Why are
Rathan
you
and
staring
White
at
Prophet
me?
awards. Rathan's all ready to leave. He's just like, I'm out of here. Peace.
Look, I'm just gonna eat, play my guitar, and go.
Pretty much, like, he's gone. He's out of here. And it's like, wait, don't you want a medal? Like, weren't you all excited about that 2 posts ago? Come on, dude. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh, I can just imagine him, like, having the medal, going home, and literally slapping people in the face with it. Like, look at this, look at this!
Look what I did!
Oh, wow, that would be horrible.
Well,
You know, the sad thing is I didn't even realize that they were getting medals. Like, I don't remember them saying anything about medals.
Kaden just kind of briefly mentioned it and then walked out of the room.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll give you medals, and left.
It would be terrible if one of us was like, yeah, you guys are getting medals for your heroic deeds. That's it. That'd be horrible.
Yes, that's it. That's all you get.
yeah, that would be that'd be pretty something.
And a lifetime supply of ice cream. Well, what flavor it is it? A boot to the head.
Now get out and stop eating our food.
Oh, I loved that little thing, the boot to the head thing.
Well, moving on. Most interesting, entertaining, or noteworthy chat discussion of the week. Anything happen in chat worth talking about? I sure as hell can't think of anything.
I'm
I,
still calling that kid applesauce.
Oh,
I'm sorry?
Applesauce thing every year.
would it be insulting or anything if I said that I thought that person was a girl?
I think applesauce could be a girl.
Could be
I don't
either.
know. I just thought Luxaria was a girlish name. I never realized it was a boy. Plus,
That's
Vaati
all we
is
need.
a really villain anyway.
Another gender confused ROHer. Yay!
Yep.
They're confused applesauce. I'd eat it.
They're just
I think
confused
that's a
about
come on.
They'll accept it. Look, it's better than being called kitten. Oh my
So,
goodness,
yeah.
did I just make an awkward silence?
I think you might have.
Let's not do this, please!
Still
Uh,
5 hours left on the fucking toilet.
Next.
Chaos is mumbling to himself now.
I'm
Let's
sorry,
listen
guys.
in.
I'm just bugging about my porn. It's still fucking taking 5 hours to download. This didn't
Ah.
start over when I started my computer earlier. That pissed me off. Strangled this.
Sounds like it's terrible.
Okay, so
Alright,
That's nice.
moving on. New character highlight. Has everyone been checking out the newest characters? Do it get approved?
I think the last one that was approved was
Ah.
Therian.
Oh! That, I don't know if it got approved yet, but Toru's new character, Crystal?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Who's he getting to approve?
Yeah, it's a Kikiri that's able to heal, I guess. And that's not what I care about. It's the fact that her fairy name is Remy. Remy.
so
And my fairies is Romy. They have to meet.
Oh, jeez.
they're
That's why you're keeping
siblings.
him around, isn't it?
Yes, this is totally not part of the reason why I'm
That's-
keeping Gertie.
Of
That's,
course.
that's extremely interesting there, Oda.
Well, I gotta
Ooh,
say
ooh.
something about this character. Let me see if I can find him really quick. Load, you bastard. Crystal Evergreen. Nice name.
What?
Check it out. If it would load. It doesn't want to load. Does it have it? Does it have it? Does it have it? Where's the perks? Yes, it took the Kokiri fate.
So wait, what? What?
It took the Kokiri racial perk, which instead of having an NA pet that attacks, its NA pet heals it. So it doesn't have to worry about healing himself.
Which is nice.
Nice. Hopefully he doesn't use his fairy to heal him like they do in the games, because then his fairy dies. That would suck.
Did he quit nothing me?
But if it would be cool if Gertie, Historia, and then they meet, like, or whatever her name is. And we can get a fourth person. Then when the next quest ever comes out, we should do questing.
Is Rathan getting retired? You could take him.
What?
Is Rathan getting retired? You
Yeah.
could take him.
Yeah, Rathan's getting retired.
Oh.
She's replacing him with I don't know if you would want me to tell you guys. I guess hold on. Not whatever. Who gives a fuck? She's
Single female
she's-
character.
she's just
Why does
she's
that-
just tired of playing Rathan right now, and she wants to replace him with Raphael's brother, who I hinted that survived.
Turtles?
Bob's doesn't have a single
And I
female character.
I hinted that he survived in the when they all arrived at Castletown. Originally, he was supposed to die, but
Okay.
Stephanie told me that she wanted to play her. I mean, Obsidian.
This news topic we need to break so Skype doesn't murder me.
Okay, my dog's about to chew up a cat, so I gotta go.
Anything else you want to say on Crystal?
Nope, I'm good.
All right.
No, got nothing else to say.
All right. Let's pause for a moment.
All right.
Okay. Over here and when?
All right, and we are back. I apologize for any inconvenience in the first 30 minutes. Apparently, my robotic evil half tried to take over, and it kind of affected the entire podcast.
Something like that.
Yes, and for some bizarre reason, I'm starting to sound a lot less like I'm in a wind tunnel. That's a positive. All right.
Improvement, for sure.
Yes.
I guess we can see it as one.
I hope so.
Nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, you got that right. All right. Anyway, let's continue on.
Dangerous turn of phrase, considering you said wind tunnel earlier.
Let's just move on.
Yeah, let's move on. ...
Ring, ring.
Hold on. I think I hear that old ROH podcast telephone ringing.
Yeah, we somehow got an older one.
Yes,
This is bullshit.
apparently it's more human-like and still rotary. Hold on. Let me answer. Hello? ROH podcast, who am I speaking to?
Econyu.
Dang,
Halloween?
the ocean?
Oh, shit. Quick, we gotta hang up.
Click.
You do not hang up on me. Get away. God damn it. God damn it.
I wonder how long you would be able to keep that up.
Yeah.
God damn it. I can't do this without laughing anymore.
Apparently. Everybody welcome Umbra, or as we love to call him, Lobo the Hobo.
Oh yeah, thanks a fucking lot. Anyway, what's up?
My ceiling.
Yes. We were experiencing technical difficulties, and you somehow ringed in.
So I heard.
I don't know how you heard, but okay.
We'll roll with it.
All right.
So what's next?
Yeah.
How's
Okay.
you hanging underneath the ocean?
Yeah.
Fun? Did you meet any new fish friends?
Fish are friends, not food.
Fish are disgusting.
Sure they are.
Who said I eat fish?
Fish are the devil's work.
Not your girlfriend. Oh.
Oh.
Low blow.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, blow on Lobo.
If I can't make any jokes about Richard, I gotta make jokes about somebody.
Oh,
Got
I'm
that
sure.
That's what Aaron's for, dude.
Aaron's better at cuddling than anything else.
Oh wow.
Anyway,
We're all gonna
Alright.
be banned.
let's move on to the next topic before we completely derail this podcast.
Okay.
Again.
Not you doing that.
All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is RP time. Now, if you've been on ROH for any length of time, you might have noticed that there is a slight discrepancy between everybody's posting time, or the time people post with, or whatever.
What time
Some
is in RP?
Yes, some people in some parts of Hyrule say it's Sunday or whatever Sunday is in Hyrule is at 3 o'clock. Some say it's nighttime and it's cold or whatever. It's
Some
always
are a few months ahead.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
My favorite is weather and time. And some people are like, it's raining. And they walk into a tavern, and the next person's like, it was a bright and sunny day. It's like,
It's like
Or-
a
God
yeah.
damn it.
tavern, too.
or people
Yeah.
were in this or people were in the same like castle or forum and it's all different types of days and shit. It's really insane.
Kind of like the Hyrule Palace right now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for Neve, this has been just one long ass day. She went to lunch with Leo, came back after having a fight with Logan, found out he went up all the way over to Kakariko, died, and now is dealing with all the crap after this.
And for
And all
Kate,
this happened in one day.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
For her, for Kaylin, but for Cameron, Caden, whoever, whoever the fuck I am.
Half of ROH, just half of you guys.
Yeah, for Caden, I think it's been several days since Logan left, so
Yeah.
we don't know how the fuck this works.
Well,
Nobody knows how to deal with RP time like accurately. That's what I've seen in my experience.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking, if there was a way to have a universal time for everybody, it would probably be far, far worse than it is now. To be
Well,
honest,
sure.
that or like, if there was a universal time, and like, let's say someone didn't log on until nighttime, and someone spoke to them during the morning, it would be like that person just stood there for like 17 hours and didn't say anything, and then was like, yes, I agree with you.
yeah,
You are right. Let's go that way.
yeah,
I guess the problem I see with that is we've got a bunch of different ROHers from out of the United States, basically. So keeping a universal time is kind of just like, oh, how it's morning for one person and nighttime for another. You're just like, what the hell? How do we deal with that?
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Just
but
don't mention it too loudly.
Exactly.
yeah,
Don't
But
I'd
ask.
rather
Don't
there
tell.
be like universal seasons. At least then we're all RPing in the same like weather effects, you know? Like
yeah.
it's
Universal-
snowing like now, like it's fall, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
I remember-
agree.
That-
I
Go
remember
ahead.
back in like, sorry, I remember back in like ROH 5 when there was some kind of widget in like the bottom right corner of the screen that would tell you exactly what season it was, and we only got through one
Oh.
season. We only got through one season before the website just crashed and burned like
Oh,
desperately.
sad.
I
We
remember
should get
that.
that back.
Yeah, why did we not bring that back for ROH 6?
You know, I remember there was this other site that kind of reminds me that for Silvera, what they do is that you can have a character technically RP in different threads, but each thread there's a little caption where you can pick a date of where this takes place in the RP. Like they have it takes place in on Earth, so they have it from July and whatever date. So you can pick like a day, and this is the thread for this day, and so you can actually be in several threads at once.
That has got to be
But-
super confusing trying to keep consistency within your own character.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems like it, yeah.
Well, Obsidian roleplays on that site, and she says it's not that confusing, and it's actually pretty useful.
Only problem is like we use travel threads on our site to get from place to place, so being in two places at once, that's kind of
Yeah,
taboo,
that's
isn't
true.
it?
I almost think we should rename travel threads teleportation threads because sometimes people are like, yeah, it took me 2 hours to ride from Castle City all the way to Clocktown. Yay! And you're
Yeah.
like, no, I really think it should take you a little bit longer than that.
It takes like at least 2 days.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I think it's something
It'd be
that
helpful to
needs to be-
standardize.
Well, like
Yes.
that's how I think it's funny for you. It's all been one whole day, like with this whole fight and then Logan dying or whatever. When it took Shin and Merrick like 2 days to get to Kakariko and 2 days to get back, and then you guys were still right by the gates. When we got back, it was like,
We did that 17-hour wait of
What-
just standing there going,
we're from the future.
What what you need is Caden to show up and like lampshade everything. Man, this day has been very, very long for somebody. Not so long for others. You know, just kind of hand wave it.
Well,
It's been like-
Kaden can't do that because he has like 39 people in his office right now.
I know, man. I thought there was like a fire safety capacity to rooms and buildings. Like you guys are gonna be getting fire marshaled.
This is medieval times. You think there'd be like a fire hazard, whatever it is?
Nah.
Isn't Kane getting ready to throw Avatar and Natris out anyways?
Yeah, I think Cade's about to go to a dinner or some shit. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Whenever
Fuck.
you post, dude.
Well,
You're supposed to be grieving for Logain.
Fuck Logan. I ain't gonna grieve.
Weird for that.
Thank you, merciful messiahs.
Bev, did Naima grieve for Logain?
Neve is still kind of in a state of shock because she's kind of been deluding herself the whole relationship with Logan, that she's been associating it in her head with Daltus. She never really got over Daltus, and Daltus wasn't even a real love of hers. She was just told this is the person you will be in love with and the person you're supposed to woo. So she has never really experienced real love. She just kind of
thickens.
So she's just like, nah, I don't care.
Well, so she's trying to struggle with the idea that Logan wasn't who she thought he was. She was associating with him with Daltus as well as the Logan of the past, who was a more happy, lighthearted character, and not really seeing him for who he was now.
Right.
So it's going to take her a little while to adjust and kind of come to grips with the fact that she deluded herself, and then accept either her uncle's rule of her again or branch off and try to do her own thing again.
Hold on, you mentioned it was one long day for her. Is it still the same day she got married in?
No, technically in her timeline, it's the day after she got married.
Wow.
Because Logan was like, hey, we're going to go to the Zora domain today. And she was like, I thought we were going on our honeymoon. And then they got in a fight, and then he left and died. And she came back from tea and found out that he left.
Ouch.
That's insane. But anyway, we're a little off topic of RP time.
Sort of.
But this fits perfectly. I mean,
Well,
one person is totally screwed up in timeline.
Yeah. I do think that a standard for traveling from one area to another would probably be a good, decent start to it. Not a universal time, but, traveling from one area to another is a certain amount of time. That might work.
Yeah, I think it would definitely help if across the board travel, because we have so many characters interacting with each other's plot lines in a big scale, that if it was like, okay, so we had this dispute between our characters and Alec left to go to Clocktown, and now we know it's going to take him X number of days to get there, so in that X number of days, this is the prep work I've done.
Right. But that's for another discussion for another time. I think we should move on to the foods of Hyrule and Termina.
Now I'm hungry.
Now,
Kyle, don't go anywhere.
No more corn dogs.
no more corn dogs. We know you love shoving those shaft-like objects in your mouth, but nothing like that now. Okay, that joke was terrible.
I
I'm
was gonna
sorry.
be.
That in a wheelchair? That was bad,
What?
dude.
That was terrible. I am so sorry. Please edit that out.
I'll
of the
try.
podcast. You
Please
won't.
don't. Please don't.
It's not any worse than anything else we've said before.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
we didn't make any. Or never
say
mind.
Don't say
Oh.
his name.
Oh, you mean Richard fucking Kokiri?
Great, you ruined it. Why the?
Couldn't get through one podcast.
Hey, if he wasn't
Just
gonna do it, I
one-
was. So somebody had to just break the seal and just say Richard
Yeah,
James Kokiri.
Richard's break mini seals before.
Stop!
Shut up. All right.
No one wants to hear this.
You're starting to
All those
life
poor
now.
Kokiri do.
Shut up! They don't even understand.
You know what would be funny? If Richard had a comically small dick. And that's why.
And now all of our wages heard
Like
this.
my last post,
Yay.
I was just like, he's 7 feet tall. He looks like a bitch who's overcompensating for something. I literally said that. You can go read it.
Oh,
And TikTok was the clock.
oh man.
Anyway, we've
Cam,
got,
you're gonna get talked to for that one. That-
Okay, the food. Let's talk about the food.
Delicious food.
Food.
So
yummy.
what's a Kokiri's favorite food?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Come on, Cam, you know you want to finish the sentence.
He's laughing too hard. He's wetting his pants.
I'm crying over here.
Same.
They eat
Oh,
fruit.
God,
Just to
and
get it
then
out of my
hot
system,
sauce.
they eat bananas. Okay.
What? Anyway, let's move on to the next topic: foods of Hyrule and Termina. I believe that there are several types of food in the Hyrule universe that kind of obviously it overlaps with what we eat, but I always wondered the professor dude that lives in the Lakeside Laboratory in Ocarina of Time. Are frog eggs a normal delicacy in Hyrule, or is that a special thing that was a quirk?
Dude, didn't you know?
I would imagine if you're
I have
Zora,
frog-
they're
I have
normal.
Frog eyes for breakfast every morning.
Wait, what was he eating?
Frog eyes.
I don't think he was eating frog eyes. I think he was just turning them into medicine.
Nah, if you
No.
actually
In his text.
Oh, I remember that. I
Or does
remember
he
now.
eat the, I thought he didn't eat the eyeballs. I thought he ate the whole damn
Nope,
thing.
just
The whole
the eyes.
frog.
Oh, yeah.
He
Frog
was
legs.
basically
Just the
dead. He
eyes.
ate eyeball.
Well, I don't know. Is that a European thing? None of us are European, so we can't really answer that. But
But I know
Sure,
some
why
European
not?
people eat frog legs. I know that much.
I tried
Some-
frog legs before. They're not bad.
Yeah, some Americans eat that. My dad used to be a big fan of frog legs.
They just taste like you know what? To be honest, it tastes like chicken, but add a little bit of a fishy taste. That's really
Yeah, kind of. Have you ever eaten alligator? Same kind of
No.
thing.
I
Yeah.
have-
apparently, there's
So
a
it tastes
frog.
like fish sticks, basically.
There's a frog eyeballs a salad. So, and it's a European food.
Really?
That's delicious
Apparently.
sounding.
So
I'm
you
not
can
even
watch
kidding,
it,
that sounds
watch
delicious.
you eating it.
It's a type of pasta salad.
I'm not even kidding. That sounds delicious.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh wait, it may not actually have frog eyes in it. Hold on.
For those of you watching your weight. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to start like an ROH cooking channel.
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Make it live up to epic mealtime.
Oh god, with Smosh.
Oh God, who was in the chat when I showed everyone the Ganondorf's House of Chicken and Waffles video? Yeah,
I did not
That
see that.
video is
man.
awesome.
I haven't seen that, but I assume it sounds hilarious.
Ganondorf at Waffle House. Oh.
He explains, like, his two minions show up and they're like, why are you doing this? Whatever. He's like, well, I found out that the Triforce is not the Triforce of power, wisdom, and courage, but it's actually the Triforce of customer service, chicken and waffles, and affordable taste that you just can't beat. And they're like, that is the worst premise for a Zelda game I've ever heard.
It's like Cooking
Anyway,
Mama, but it's Cooking Link.
anyway,
Cooking Zelda.
I've looked up what the Lakes scientist said, and he says it himself. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight, I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. So apparently you fry eyeballs in Hyrule, whether or not that's a normal thing or not, up for debate. But what I kind of want to go ahead.
Bev, Naima needs to have fried eyeballs at that dinner.
Yes.
Oh, that's so gross.
Someone
You
needs to
should.
do it.
I don't even
Yeah,
know
but-
if that would be possible. Like, what happens if you? Never mind. We're not gonna get into how to fry an eyeball.
Yeah, but like you've got
eyeballs
people
at
like
dinner.
Emlyn and Asmodean at the dinner that are just like, oh, they're from out of country. You got to like cater to their taste, and I'm sure like Emlyn and Asmodean both have tried fried eyeballs or frog eyeballs to some extent.
Are we having Asmodium? I didn't really. Whatever.
I don't know
He's
what's
in
going up
he's
with
in the castle. I assume he may or may not join if he's not trying to. I'm not going to get into
This is
that.
a private dinner, god damn it.
Yeah, it kind of says
Yeah.
private. If he's not a circle member, he's not allowed.
I'm just
Aw.
gonna say, fuck that.
Oh, I get to go then. Oh, yay.
Yeah, Kaden, you're listed.
Kaden, you're expected to go.
I know. I
You're
know.
kind of the one holding everything up, so get your ass
The
in.
heroes of Kakariko don't get food. They don't
Nope.
get free food from there.
We just
Well,
get
they got
to
the free
eat
food in
in
the
the
Yeah.
kitchen. That's
kitchen.
really
Everybody
better,
else.
yes.
You get to eat in the kitchen, like
Yeah,
away
yeah.
from the public view.
Bullshit.
Basically had good ass KFC food down there,
Yes.
like mashed
Uh,
potatoes and fried cocos.
But Another thing to ask is, what have your characters eaten that, anything your characters eaten that have been a little unusual?
Katrina's well-tasted ale.
Well-tasted ale?
Not in my RP.
I swear to God, back when like one of my accounts was still Corvus, I made a joke about your menu item, Caden, Katrina's well-tasted ale, and I basically turned it into a Chappelle Show reference.
I think I remember that.
It was basically just like a parody of Samuel L. Jackson beer.
I think I remember that.
That's awesome.
I just make my characters eat fried cuckoo and like steak because cows exist.
That's
I think the only characters that actually ate anything was my character Gertie. She just ate at the kitchens, and I don't even really remember what they ate, like mashed potatoes, I'm guessing, and green beans maybe. But and Lila, who got eggs. She was eating eggs.
Kaylin has eaten a lot of rabbit, and I think I had the Gyros girls eat like curry and rice.
Wait, that's
one
gyros?
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
gyros.
Yeah, I thought the same.
It's gyros is like the way you're supposed to say it, but yeah, it looks like gyros.
Yeah, it's gyros
That's
like you have a
like
gyro
your
sandwich
type of
from like
food,
Greek
yeah.
food.
Yeah, that was kind of the joke because the name of their group meant delicious sandwich, basically.
I'm glad that was the point because
The
I read it that
sandwich
way,
sister.
and I was like, I really hope she means that. 'Cause
Yes. I'll do
either
that on a
someday
lot.
I'm gonna make that joke, and I hope that it's as funny as I want it to be.
I do that with a lot of the characters' names. Like White Prophet's names generally have something to do, they're play on words. Like Author Book.
Yeah.
Historia, obviously. The one she had that was very Latin-based was like the writer of Heroes.
Nice.
What's her
So.
real name, anyways?
White Prophet.
Oh, wow.
It's not even determined if she's a she or a he, because she has played both genders. She came back from
Like a bisexual.
Sabrina with as a man, so
We have
Right
so
now
many
she's
gender
woman.
confused characters. It confuses me.
well the idea is that she's anonymous. So she doesn't exist. She doesn't have I say she now because she's played a lot of females, but she's about to be a guy, I think, in the next character I make.
Does Prophet even have a real thing in there anymore? Does she even remember who she started as?
But it has a definitely solid identity with a prophet. It knows its purpose. It knows what it's supposed to do. Everything else is just inconsequential. It doesn't matter if it had family or not, because doubtless they've outlived any family. Their purpose is just to write the book. So
Interesting.
It's actually kind of depressing.
in a way, I guess. But I don't know. I just feel like that's how immortal characters would feel.
You should probably have her get depressed over that later on.
Back to the food and drink. What about alcoholic drinks or anything? Anything in particular your characters have drank?
I think
Fire.
I went on Fire Stout thing once.
Oh yeah.
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 I did
Yeah,
rock
like-
whiskey.
I remember back on ROH 4, I had my characters drink a lot of Sabrosian fire whiskey or whatever it's called.
Subrosion fire whiskey. I think I remember it being that.
I make Mary drink a lot of Goron fire whiskey. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because my favorite liquor is Fireball whiskey, and it's like the same color and everything, so I just renamed it.
My question is,
Not bad.
what's... go ahead.
No, I'm just saying not bad. That's all I meant.
Oh, not bad. I thought you were about to say something. No, what I was going to ask is, what's the difference between Goron Fire Stout and Goron Fire Whiskey?
I assume the stout was like a beer, because stout is usually used with beer, and fire whiskey is a liquor, so that's different.
Good point.
Come on,
That's
I thought an
probably the
alcoholic
whiskey's
like
on
you would
fire.
know.
Yeah, come on, Cam, get reference in your spirit.
Get drunk, come on.
But, no, I
Shit,
was
Sonic, get it together.
no, what I meant was, Gorons were extremely uncreative coming up with these things. What do we call that? Fire Stout. What about that? Fire Whiskey.
What do we call this? Rock sirloin.
I think me and you came up with both those names at about the same time, and maybe
I think so.
and I was just like, well, I don't know who came first, but I was just like, whatever. I want there to be liquor.
Maybe
oh,
the Fire Stout or Fire whatever is actually a brand name that makes these things.
Oh.
Who
Goron
knows?
Fire. That I could see that.
Who gives a shit? It's beer,
Or a
And
liquor.
liquor, whatever. Beer, liquor. I don't
It's
drink.
money. Money made off of liquid.
It makes you
alcohol.
drunk.
Yes. Anyone else have anything else to add to this conversation?
Not really.
Let's eat the most fucked up thing in this dinner party. Like,
Frog eyeballs?
Those
Frog
monkey
eyes.
brains.
no, like it needs. I don't know. It needs to be like, it needs to be like broiled Deku or something fucked up. Like it needs to be.
God.
That would be evil.
What the hell?
Why would a Deku be friggin' edible? It's wood.
Zora eggs.
You
Escargot.
crack them open. Maybe they got some kind of like meat
Oh my
inside.
god,
Zora
caviar.
eggs.
Dude.
Like caviar.
I can see that.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Zora
no,
caviar. That would
Rob,
just be the most
leaning
fucked
up.
up dish imaginable.
Okay,
Alright,
Roland's leaning to Wind Waker. It's leaning to Hyrule Total War.
Oh god.
So that's what happened to all the Zora and Wind Waker. They were eaten.
You think you're gonna be an independent state? I don't think so. We eat your babies on toast.
Well, I still don't understand Wind Waker's logic with. Okay, so so there's a world, an ocean. Let's evolve into birds.
Because they were
Yeah.
freshwater animals and it was a saltwater ocean.
They were still
Good point.
no, they were still Terminian. The Terminians,
They
right?
technically didn't exist.
Yeah,
That's-
Oh yeah,
it
that's right. though.
But if you go by that logic, which I wonder about in I think it's Labrinia or whatever, there are sea Zora there.
Oh
But-
yeah.
Are,
Well,
that's
that's-
right.
So
Yes,
I don't
there is a
know.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
But-
Also, there's
but
River
right-
Zora, and there's Zolas, and they're actually I think they're hostile. So
Yeah, they are.
I-
Zolas are hostile animals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Which is awesome. They
Off
just made this
topic.
playable race in Total War.
Zolas
Yeah.
used to be a playable race on ROH.
Wow.
They did?
Yeah, back in the
Yeah.
Tara. Huh?
Yeah.
used to have Tokay.
Tokay. Oh, gosh. I think we didn't even have a Tokay character.
Yeah, we did.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we may have had two at one point.
I think
I think-
I want
Matt
to make a
did one.
Korok character. A Korok. I want to make one of them.
Korok.
No, that wouldn't
Korok.
work.
I think like that's what the Kokiris turn into. With,
Yeah, they
the Great
evolved into
Flames.
that.
Like Pokemon.
Da,
What?
da, da, da.
All right, let's back on track a little bit here to everyone's favorite part of the podcast, the dramatic post readings.
I just
Yay.
pictured running around with a Deku nut. He's turned into a Pokeball and throwing it at Kokiri.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I
Oh
choose
my
you.
god.
Wow.
That is terrible.
Oh, it's like you're in charge of drawing that right now.
Yes, please do it.
Post it up
What
with the
a-
podcast so we can all be like, what is going on in this thing?
I want to try drawing it too. I just want to see. Oh my god. See if I can actually draw it.
That's your job. You gotta draw it.
Yep.
Sorry, go back to the topic.
Wow. Does let's get back on topic here as best as we can. Does anyone want to read a post? I mean, I'm going to read one, but does anyone else want to do it before me or?
I'll do
Should I-
one.
I'm good.
What post are you
I don't
reading?
have anything I want to read right now.
All right, who else said they wanted to do one? I heard Bev. Who else? I thought someone else said something.
I think Umbra
Nope.
might have.
Umbra?
Maybe.
All right. Well, should I start? Because
Yeah, go ahead.
all right. Well, the post I am going to read in 1 second. Entertain the 12 listeners. I got to do something real quick.
She's gotta find his post.
He's got to masturbate real quick.
Or become a
Oh,
robot.
I'm sure.
It must be a damn good post. Okay, sorry, kids. We didn't mean to go that far.
He's probably pulling up the old Merrick and Katrina sex time topic.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I actually read that the other day.
Really? It's still
Yeah.
up?
Go hunt it
Yeah, it's still
out
there.
To read it.
It's still there.
Nice.
Wait, what is this?
Got all my Google
There was a
already-
character that I made Merrick pretty much bang the shit out of. And yeah, I posted about it. It got some flack, but it was. Eh.
That sounds great. Okay, who the hell is squeaking?
That's my dog with their squeaky toy.
Whoa, guys.
Hold on. What?
What?
We gotta pause the recording really quick before it blows up on us again.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
There we go.
Are we back?
Yes.
All right. The post I am going to read for the dramatic post reading is, I think, the very first RP post on ROH6. The very first post in the Iron Knuckle Tavern.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Uh-oh.
This ought to be good. It's pretty long, and it's got a couple of characters, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of mistakes for me to point out and talk about how stupid I was 2 years ago.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, a year and a half.
Year and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, the birthday thing's in July.
Yep. All right. Is everyone ready? Is everyone to the post?
Yep.
Go for it.
Yeah, give me yeah, go ahead.
All right. The people who listen to this can just pause and look for it, then start. Okay, y'all ready? People listening, start. Don't know how you gotta listen to this. It was another sunny morning in Lanla Town. People were about. The nearby general store just opened, and local merchants were hooking their wares. Hooking their wares? What the fuck does that mean?
And the first post of ROH included prostitutes. Hooking their wares.
Okay,
That statement is made a little bit more creepy by Caden's current clown avatar.
yeah, it is a little fucked up.
Very second sentence of the RP, and it's already got pimps.
All right.
It's like the usual crowd of residents, explorers, guards, and the like were looking for whatever they needed for the week. Caden had just placed the gauntlet over the nub that once was his hand. It had been 3 years since the Highland Army gave him his pension and retirement funds, and he bought up the old tavern from Cheevil. The tavern always had fine business, but Cheevil was getting a bit up in the years. Caden figured it would BB. I think I meant to say
I think Cheevil's name should have been Chevy.
That was
That was cheap.
I always thought that was pronounced Cheval or something.
Same.
I thought it was Cheevil. What the fuck?
Cheval's
It's not a
Tavern. Damn it.
Cheval's
Cheval.
Tavern.
Yeah, the old Cheval's Tavern. Anyway, Caden figured it would BB to replace him and hopefully gather the magic that once was Cheval's Tavern to the Iron Knuckle. Of course, that was 3 years ago. Iron Knuckle Tavern had done very well since then. Okay. Caden was a fair businessman and kept a strong supply of bartenders, entertainment, and barmaids employed. Some of them he fucked daily.
That's
That was a little improv on my part. I'm sorry. Caden entered the main hall of his tavern. The affairs from the night before. Apparently.
The affairs.
Affairs and hookers and
Wow.
Those wares. The affairs from the night before had since died down. The only people around at this time were those that ordered one of his 6 available rooms. Again, this was kind of put in because everybody had a room available, despite like 30 people in one tavern. I was trying to be realistic, damn it. Or those looking for some kind of adventure. The bartender from the night before, Charles, was counting up the final tabs. Morning, Charles. Good business last night. Charles looked up to his boss warmly. Yes, sir. Lots of paying customers, and most of the vacant rooms were taken.
Is he a black?
Oh my god. He sounds like Gaston's little henchman from Beauty and the Beast.
Sounds like a black slave.
Wow.
and somebody from the south.
Charles was a good fellow. He had worked under Cheval for several years and was loyal to the tavern. Caden considered Charles one of the best bartenders, even though Charles was pushing 50. The remains of his... Apparently, I started randomly decided to describe Charles without any kind of context here. The remains of his brown hair graying, and overall not looking the type. He was a skilled worker. Good to hear, Caden said, a smile on his face. Well, it looks like your shift's over, Charles. You might want to head on. Caden smiled at his employee. Thank you, sir. See you tomorrow. Apparently, he got real southern in that part. Charles took off his apron.
Stick with it.
Charles took off his apron and went Went left the tavern. Went left.
Wow.
It's a good thing
You
you
go
didn't
left,
get
I'll go
right.
home.
Get your shit together, dude.
Caden smiled at the near empty tavern. There were several tables about, ranging from relatively personal two-person. Wait a minute. That makes
What?
relatively personal two-person table.
It actually makes a little bit of sense when you think about it.
Yeah, I think I was supposed to go. It was a personal, two people table to those for larger groups. On the right wall was a fireplace. Above it, an iron knuckle battle axe, the same one that gave Caden his injury. Well, apparently,
That's not
Apparent-
protection to have.
yeah, apparently,
Trophy.
apparently the hand getting lobbed off is just an injury for Caden. He would grow one back in a few weeks. On the wall opposite the bar was an extended platform for bards, jesters, and performed. Again,
Just ignore it.
he had a steady pool of people who worked on the tavern with varying levels of quality, but none of them terrible. Unlike
Leo.
except Leo, yes.
Oh,
As he was gazing around his bar, a middle-aged fellow walked in and sat down. He wasn't someone Caden recognized. "Can I help you?" Caden asked. "Well, what kind of drinks does this tavern serve? I'm looking for some."
Heck is that?
We got a chipmunk in there now?
What kind of drinks does this tavern serve? I'm looking for something to wet my whistle before I hit my job.
He's like,
Okay.
hey, man.
Continue.
What the hell? My voice went all girly there. I'm sorry, people. Caden
the
pulled
first
out,
voice you did sounded like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
It kinda-
Yes!
Caden pulled out a menu he had made and handed it to the man. On the menu were the available drinks and prices. This is, you can read this if you want. Well, should I read this?
Read it.
Me too.
Do it. Just don't read the prices. Just read
Stay
the
true
names.
to the post.
Right. Here are the alcoholic drinks that were in the tavern when I made it. Katrina's well-tasted ale,
Da-da-da.
Demon Mist, Goron Fire Stout, Hermit's Whereabouts.
What kind of drink is that?
It's an old joke. The
Yeah.
Highland Crown, Knight's Lager, M&R's Blast. Merrick, I think
Arnie's
you would
real
like
place
that
with
one.
an M.
Yeah, I do like that one.
Sage's Sealed Cider, Shin Chateau Wine. Apparently, Shin had his own drink, and he's now
He
walking
needs
around.
to go to this place and order one for
He
himself.
needs to
but-
order his own drink. Yes.
Yeah,
Should have a bottle sent to him in honor of his return.
yeah. Fido's Aged Brew, Psycho-Po, The Angry Bunny, Wallbreaker, Tee Wizrobe's Mind Bomb.
That last one sounds awesome.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This man said, looking over the drink, "Give me the cheapest there." Apparently, his voice changed halfway through this post. Kate nodded as he poured the man a drink as quickly as he could and gave it to him. "Here you go, sir. That'll be 5 rubies." The man fished out a blue ruby and grunted a thanks. He was caveman Caden there for a minute. Caden had to wipe his counter off. Apparently, the man's grunting had wetted the towel.
He spat all over the
Is
place.
he like Sling Blade? Thank you for the drink. Mhm.
He doesn't have a jaw, so every time he talks, he just spits everywhere.
Actually, that's a good voice to use for this guy. The man finally piped up, figured he made some idle conversation. "So what's up with that weird batch of folks outside?" He said,
They're hooking their wires, apparently.
Wow.
you mean those people that are acting? Those 4 people act out plays or skits or whatever for people's amusement. Of course, they always pick things that there are clearly too few people for, and therefore most of them have to play multiple roles at once. It's a big mess. Take that at Hyrule Fallen,
Owned.
Kate stated. "Oh, why doesn't anyone help them out?" Kate thought for a second. People tried. They actually used to work with a larger group, but the larger group kind of splintered off for a while. After a while, those 4 kept together and kept all the same acts, but no one really was interested, try as they might. The guy nodded, gulping down his drink. The bigger group finally did regroup after a year or so later, but they didn't want them around. The group thought they were trying way too hard or something. Caden shrugged. More takes that. The man finally gulped down the last of his ale. I reckon I can thank you for that one. I reckon I can a little improv right here. The man said. Caden was a little confused because it was not written into the post, but he nodded anyway. The man fished out 2 green rubies and put it on the bar before leaving. Caden wondered why he took the cup with him. Caden smiled as he lit a cigar, waiting for the rest of the day unfolded.
The rest of the day unfolded.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so I sense you seem. Is the whole thing at the end you directly like bashing something that I'm missing?
Yeah, the whole me talking to the guy was supposed to be a big take that at Hyrule Fallen, which, as we've mentioned before, or I think a few of us know, is
Some of us have been there.
Yeah, it was an RP site made by several ROH4 characters that always had like 30 different characters for each one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just kind of making a joke about it because I think they made a mockery of us when we finally came back, and this was my response.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah. A year and a half later, it doesn't make much sense, but then it was supposed to be pretty funny.
Do they still exist?
Yeah, they do.
They still work. They're still out there.
Don't they have like absurdly high requirements for their characters?
Yeah, like they can have like 25 characters for one
I mean,
person.
like absurdly high requirements for new characters.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know anyone else joined.
I heard something about them needing like 1 million things on their profiles.
I'm checking it out right now.
That was some Zelda side. I don't know if it was Hyrule Fallen.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either. I think it was pretty much a well written out character, and you could go unless they've changed it. I was there for a little while.
I thought that was Zelda Universe. That was really high requirements.
That's the fan site, not the. It's not an RP.
That's just a fan site, but they do have like RP stuff, and a lot of their stuff has nothing to do with Zelda, like at all.
Why would you want an RP Zelda there? There's already
That's
a million other Zelda things there.
I mean, I've been a member there for a while. Like, it used to be specifically Zelda, and then people started incorporating shit like Lagus from Fire Emblem and like all sorts of different types of powers from Chrono Trigger, and they were just like, okay, fuck it, do whatever you want.
It doesn't look like they have that much. It looks a little bit like they stole part of our thing, and then
Well, they need like a RP sample with the character.
No, I think that's a different site. I think.
ZRPG does that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Not Zelda Universe. ZRPG.
Oh, isn't Hyrule Fallen that's where Skylar's from, isn't it? That's where
No.
No.
No, this is a branch off of an old ROH. Some members went over there, started their own.
Yeah.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah.
Very polite words from Greg. Fuck them.
It's about all you guys can expect from Greg.
Yeah. All right. Does anyone else want to do a dramatic post reading? Mine kind of went a little long, but
I just found one of mine that I kind of want to read.
all right, go ahead.
And it's the joke post I mentioned earlier. Like, I wanted to do one of my Konyu posts from the Lost Woods, but I don't have access to those anymore. God damn it. But I'll just do this instead. This is like back when the Jinai account was Corvus, and this was back when Corvus first met Toru before he became evil.
Where is it at?
Time Circle Tavern. It's
everything else in the universe.
Yeah, Time Circle Tavern. It's page 3, post 45.
Well, that's oddly specific.
I'm looking at it right now.
Well, good for you. I'm not. Page 3, post 5, section 1, sentence A, word 2. Okay.
What district is the fucking tavern in?
East, I think.
Canada.
God damn it. Shut up. Oda's here. Don't talk about Canada.
Oh, sorry.
I hate you guys.
Canadian.
Yes, she is.
To them I am, and that's all that really matters, I guess.
All right, I'm looking at Jen A.
Jen.
See if I can find a
Jenna.
page 45.
Watch out, you might get shot in the buttocks.
They said that was $1 million wound, but the Army must keep that money because I ain't seen a lick of it.
Okay, anyway.
All right, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. After a while, some little kid came in and began acting like an old codger to try and get something to drink. Kids these days, trying to get their hands on anything they can abuse for their own amusement. It wasn't until a fairy started floating in after the kid that everyone realized that it was a kokiri. But why would a kokiri want alcohol anyway? What good would it do for someone that appeared like a child, yet wasn't a child, to get hammered?
Richard?
I was about to say. I was about to say. Kokiris get their hands on anything? Do they reach in Richard's pocket for something?
I'm now scarred for life.
Those are not Deku nuts.
Anyway,
Continue.
Terrible.
anyway, continue.
Please.
Okay. Sorry. Even though Corvus sat in silence while watching the event unfold right next to him, he couldn't help but wonder to himself what all this meant. Was it out of sheer desperation or stupidity that the kid ended up getting what he wanted partially for free? Who was to say? All of a sudden, someone ended up staggering up to him, holding a giant bottle of liquor in his hand, and tried to make a conversation with Corvus, much to the latter's behest. And he was loud, too. "Hey, mate, what you drinking on?" Corvus gave the man a bewildered look and scribbled down what he was drinking on a piece of paper and handed it to the man. All it read was, "Schocklager." Yeah, that's another thing I came up with. The man attempted to read it, and when he finally interpreted it 5 minutes later, he laughed loudly again and tried to make a conversation. "Hey, that's good stuff right there, man. Well, you know what's even better?" When Corvus shrugged, the man began climbing on top of the bar as if to try and make an announcement to the world. Fuck, I just lost my place.
That happens.
Second line, third paragraph, third paragraph.
Apparently, Chaos is the only one paying attention here.
I'm not. I'm playing a game.
Wow.
See it
I can
said,
multitask.
The multitasking master award goes to Chaos.
fine. Okay. This had to be the okay. This had to be the most literate thing he had ever said in the 5 minutes he was in Corvus's presence. "See this right here, folks? What I'm drinking on is Katrina's well-tasted ale, made from the lovely village bicycler herself, Katrina."
Wow.
She really was, though. Not gonna lie.
Okay. The man was being so loud that no one could really ignore him, and now their eyes were gazing on this man making a fool of himself next to Corvus, which would have shown affiliation. "This shit'll get you drunk. You'll be messing around in bed with fat girls in no time. You might even find a patron or two."
Oh my god.
Wow.
Completed until like, bitch.
Wow.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. 5 seconds after that, he turned around to face the other side of the bar, revealing that he was wearing assless chaps with no underwear on.
The fuck?
What the hell?
Oh, man. Scary and disgusting most of the patrons, but before they could all leave, he yelled out, "Bartender, everybody 2 rounds of Katrina's well-tasted ale on me!"
Oh my god.
There was something try some of this stuff. If this guy was claiming that it was so delicious that everyone needed to have it, yet after trying a sip of the drink, he immediately spat it back out. It tasted like backwash. This crap would have most likely been an acquired taste to someone who was used to drinking it so much. The man in the assless chap, still standing at the bar, ended up coming back to him to strike up a conversation. "Hey, man, how's the taste?" All Corvus could do at this point was write a note that said, "Can you stop yelling at me?" Man
Apparently, he writes in British, British accent. It's funny.
I'm too far hysterical right now to like try and make it sound like Adam Jensen from Deus Ex Human Revolution. Whatever. Man.
You sound like Ron Jeremy. That'd be funny.
And after 5 minutes of interpretation, laughed once more and yelled at Corvus again to try and strike up a conversation. I ain't gonna stop yelling, man. This has been the most fun I've had. Before he could finish the sentence, he fell off the bar and landed on his head, knocking himself out. He wasn't dead, as his body, despite being face down, was still moving up and down, indicating that he was still breathing. All Corvus could do was collect his thoughts while gripping his temples in pure annoyance. Idiot. Next time you try to pace yourself before you get hurt.
And then
Wow.
Jinai appeared out of nowhere in a time room to just punch his head off for being stupid.
Yeah.
Dick punch.
Of course.
Then that patron from the Iron Knuckles showed up. He wanted some alcohol too.
He threatened to hit you with a rock.
Aiden, your Sling Blade impersonation sounds like you have to take the biggest shit in your life.
I reckon I do. No, I'm
Okay.
What?
What was next?
Okay.
Richard wants to see something funny.
Okay, the podcast announcement. Quick, before
All right, podcast. Okay, podcast announcement. We have to remind everybody to send us their ideas. We were told that people wanted to send us ideas. No one has sent their ideas in yet.
You
Because
motherfuckers.
Yes, because of that, you get this. I hope you're happy, you spineless pieces of
Wait a minute.
fuck.
Hold up. I
I was about to go on a...
get a PM from Toru.
Wait a
like
minute.
2 fucking weeks ago.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
And you've been
hold
holding
on.
out this long.
You haven't posted yet, you dickless bastard.
It was when I had the flu. Sue me.
Fuck the flu. You can still post. You can still type. Your fucking hands don't stop working when you have the goddamn flu, now does it?
They do when you got sneeze all over them. Now shut up.
Oh, I don't give a
okay.
shit. I get wet, sticky stuff on my fucking keyboard all the time.
That's
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
here's
why
a way
I
you can
didn't
fix
post
that.
it.
Aim the other way.
Oh, Chad, I don't think you realize what you just said.
Okay, I actually just.
I realized exactly
Hey,
what I freaking said.
I just realized. Okay.
Go ahead, Chaos.
I just realized why I didn't post this. By the time I got it, we'd already answered it like twice. And Toru
What
somehow
was
missed
it?
He asked you. Okay, first he pointed out that he secretly liked Batman Robin too. Yeah, it's not a secret
Oh.
anymore, dude. Sorry.
Batman and Robin sucked.
Yeah.
Chaos,
but
the
I
ruiner of
still liked it.
secrets.
And he asked why you sounded like Ghost Chat Ghost after Ghost Chat Ghost showed up in the third podcast.
Oh, wow, that was weeks ago.
Yeah. I've had
That was
this for a
pointless.
while.
To put it officially in the podcast, I don't think I've ever answered the question here. Ghost Chat Ghost affected the pitch. As you can tell from the earlier bits of this podcast, he can attack the pitch of my microphone and my microphone only for reasons we don't know. If he ever calls back, we'll have to ask him.
But he's not going to call back anytime soon.
No, he is definitely not calling back now or at any point, anytime soon.
We're screening out calls with Roz from Monsters, Inc.
Yes. Casey,
Wow.
hopefully Casey's going to be asked phone in for some time. I just gotta realize we've been holding this phone with Casey on it the whole time. But I don't know how that has exactly worked.
Magic.
Maybe it's the speaker.
Don't ask me, I'm the sound guy.
Yeah.
I'm the sound guy, don't ask me. Okay,
Actually, is Casey still there? Casey, you still there? Or
awesome.
okay.
Still recording? Yes, awesome.
We should just let's interview Kason. We haven't interviewed him. We interviewed Toru.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that's
all right, let's
all we got left besides the question of the week.
Yeah. Well, there's no question of the week this
We'll
week.
cover that
We're
when
just
we get
gonna.
there. We'll cover that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Jason, tell us, how long have you been on ROH?
I think it's been 4 years.
4 years only? Oh, I've been longer than that.
I mean, like, considering the downtime between, like, the end of ROH 5 and the beginning of ROH 6. Technically, it'd be 3, kind of.
Wait a minute. Just realized something. I think we kind of skipped something here.
Yeah, you did. Sorry, Bev.
Yeah, we kind of got excited with Kaysen's goofy post and me giggling and all the dirty things being said. We forgot a dramatic post reading from Kaylin.
That was okay. I was just going to let you guys go with it, but whatever.
No, it was, actually,
We're all going to do the time warp.
yeah.
Let's do the time. Okay, never mind.
Yay, somebody
All right,
else got the reference.
Back to the future.
When this podcast goes 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
All right, Kaylin,
Time in the DeLorean.
what book are you going to read to us?
I'm going to read one from the Iron Knuckle Tavern as well.
Oh,
This is a part from where Kaylin first met Caden. So I thought it'd be particularly interesting to read for some of you that were present.
oh man. Now that's a what
page is it on?
I'd have to scroll down to the bottom. Hold on just a sec.
Now that is a what could have been that we can really talk about because
Page 5.
Page 5. Because originally we had a plan that she was going to work in the tavern and
I remember that.
we were going to have to do something. Yeah, it was just early on.
Yeah. But then Kaylin got drunk and it went a little south.
No,
So-
yeah, you decided to improvise and
Hey, don't give it away. We're going to read it right now, so don't give it away.
well, okay.
Everybody else
fine.
is not aware of what's going on. So basically, backstory would be Caitlyn just got freed from the Gerudos, and apparently Chaos is now breathing into the mic.
Actually,
So, and then she came into the Iron Knuckles Tavern, got a little drunk, had a little dancing lesson with Caden to Leonardo's renditions of various songs.
Yes.
So here we are. She's in the office with Caden, who just put down a wanted poster of her.
Yeah.
And is like basically laid his cards out on the table.
Yes.
So, here we go. It would appear this man was going to demand more of her calculating attentions than as she initially thought. Her intentions had been to offer herself as a messenger, something that would get her out of the tavern for a time. Then, as soon as she could, she'd put this town to her flanks and be nothing but a trail of dust. That was, of course, after her horse had time to recover from the last long run. The document placed between them was a hurdle, to be sure. The green eyes narrowed considerably. Caroline didn't need to read the document before her to know what it was about. So it was like that, huh? Hardball was the way he wanted to go with this one. Well, she was game for a round or two. If you can read that some, you know it's worth more than a window pain. Just you clearly don't trust me. That's what that's to reassure me that I ain't trust you. So, oh shit.
Whoa.
Sorry, dog.
God, static.
And drunk Kaylin is hard to read. I don't know what the hell I was reading.
It's not static, that was a dog.
Yes, that's a very loud dog. Sorry.
Yes.
Anything sets her off. Okay. So, what's to reassure me I can trust you? Say I do work for the debt owed here. How do I know you won't just turn me over after you lock me in one of your rooms? Then another tidbit had not escaped her notice. She leaned back in her chair, laying her injured arm over the back of the back of it to keep from bumping it again, because she had a scar on there or something. Ex-military means you're a calculating man, Caden. Any strategist worth his salt would turn me over in a heartbeat for a reward. So don't respect no feeling or kinship from me. Her speech was indeed impaired, but the meaning was not. She didn't trust him as far as she could throw him, or granted their history, as far as she could dance with him. Tells you what, I'll give you another option. Standing up, Kaylin ruffled her clothing, making it look rather disheveled. Thanks for the drink. She gave Caden a wink, and then took a deep breath and let out a scream. She reached over and slapped Caden quick as lightning, and then turned and stormed out of the office. She tugged at her shirt in a convincing way and stormed by her chair to grab her things quickly before making for the door. All the while she went protesting. I may be drunk, sir, but I ain't that drunk. Good day. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Caden started out as a date rape accusation.
Wow. Yeah. What I was going to say is originally we had a different plan going, and right before you posted your next post, Kaylin, you decided, wait a minute, I got something else going on. Let me try this, and we went in a very different direction.
We definitely did. But I don't know. It was just kind of like things are kind of rolling along a little too well. We started that bar fight with the Zora and Mr. Panpipes, whoever the hell that was. And
I have no idea.
I don't know who that was. Then they broke a window, threw a bomb or something, and tore out of there. So we couldn't just leave it hanging at, oh well, guess they're gone. Resume drinking.
Nope.
And then, of course, Leonardo had to go and sleep with your adopted daughter.
Yeah, there was plenty of hot dickens going on in the tavern that day.
Good Lord.
Well, apparently she picked it up from watching her adopted father interact with drunk customers.
Oh, gosh.
Good. Nice example. Okay.
Yes. Yes. I lead by example, which isn't very far.
Is that a dick joke?
Maybe.
Well,
since we're still on dramatic post readings, still somehow again, anyone else want to do one real fast, or is 3 enough?
Not tonight. 3's enough.
Yeah, I think we're straight.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the interview with Kaysen. Kaysen, how fast can a pigeon move going 20 miles an hour with 3 miles an hour wind speed?
Oh my god, stop chewing on me.
You seriously expect me to answer that?
No.
Of course
Anyway,
not.
All right. Anyway, we were talking about how long you've been on ROH.
Like,
Uh,
and I was on like the archive for Realms of Hyrule 4. I'm not sure how many days ago, but I remember like I saw my join time. It was October 29th, 2008.
oh, so you joined shortly after we started 4, about several months after.
Yeah.
Interesting. What was your favorite character that you have posted as? You've had many.
Yeah, I've had many. I'm really not sure. I think it would probably be my Zora on ROH 6, Ikanyu Scaldera.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because I wanted to try something new, something completely different, and I had never actually played the Insanity card well enough to be considered convincing. I guess I tried it once with an old ROH 4 character called Aquila Enumclaw, but that never exactly worked. And then I just tried it with a crazed Zora Surgeon, and I ended up liking it. I ended up going really far with it, and then he died in the Lost Woods out of his own insanity and turned into a Stalfos.
Haven't a lot
Yes.
of characters been a little crazy? Like the old one in the mask that Paige was supposed to be hunting for a little while?
Anku wasn't Anku wasn't crazy. He was just depressed. Because he was extremely old, and his wife was dead, and everyone he knew was dead. And you'd be depressed if everyone you knew and loved was dead, like the dinosaurs.
Oh, I thought he had like some sort of mental something going on.
What the hell does dinosaurs have to do with anything?
I keep seeing like all these images popping up all over the internet, and there's like some kind of dinosaur just standing in the middle of a wasteland going, "All my friends are dead." I think it's a children's book.
Yeah, it's a fake children's book someone made. It's just all my friends are dead.
Wow.
It shows a table and it says oh wait, no, not a table. I think it was like a tree. It says all my friends are tables.
Oh
Okay
God!
then. Okay then. Jason, back to you. Who is your favorite character to read about or to what character do you like to keep up with?
That's such a tough question. Like, for a while, I enjoyed reading Logan's posts to see just like how the madness he kept describing to me would just keep building and building and building. And but that was temporary. I think the two characters that interested me the most were Scion Brink and Alaric von Voltaire.
Alaric.
Alaric? Okay.
Yes.
Garlic, yeah, garlic.
Alaric.
So it's Alaric. I mean, Alaric? Okay.
It's Alaric.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Dick.
All right. How did you find ROH, Jason?
I was just thinking about this the other day. And this is the funny thing. I remember back then I was looking for like cheats, tips, and Easter eggs for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And I happened to stumble upon a Zelda Dungeon, and Zelda Dungeon said that like the site was dead, and then they had a link to I figured to myself, maybe I'll join it.
Hello?
Hello? Kason? Umbra? Whoa! Hold on, folks. Go!
Kason, yes, I was trying to ask you a question.
Sorry about the technical difficulties at the end of the last bit, folks. We had some weirdness with the Skype call.
Yeah, we blame Robo Caden. It was his fault this time
He
again.
attacked. Okay. So,
Yes. We lost Oda and Ghost Chat Ghost. I'm kidding.
It's always good if we leave.
Canadians are always the first to die.
Ghost, check ghost. God damn.
No,
that's
black
black
guys
And funny
What?
guys.
Black Canadians.
Depends if the movie involves water or not. If it involves water, they're dead.
Okay, anyways.
Okay, anyway, back to Kason. We were asking you questions. What was the last question we asked you?
I think the last question you asked me was like, how did I find this site?
Yes, you were
Yeah,
talking about that.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
we
are sitting at over an hour and a half. Holy God.
Yeah, let's wrap it up a little bit. How did you find the site?
Okay, long story short, I was looking for like tips, tricks, and Easter eggs to Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Happened to find Zelda Dungeon. That site was dead. Happened to find a link to Realms of Hyrule. And I thought to myself, oh, maybe this site has what I'm looking for. So I joined, and I realized, oh shit, it's an RP site, and I've never done creative writing before. But then I figured to myself, well, I don't want to just leave. I'd look like a douchebag that way. So I just stuck around. Sure, I had a lot of hell going through the beginning, but it wasn't all bad.
Who was your first character?
Umbra, I believe.
Okay.
Not
I know you were expecting me to say something else.
You weren't Spark Gear Grinder, were you?
God damn it, I was.
Do you remember what I used to call you?
Yes, I do. Do not
What was
say it.
it?
I will murder you.
Say it.
I used to call him Spark Rear Grinder.
God damn it! God damn it!
I mean, he was a good kid, but he was pretty newbie, so I don't know. I made fun of him.
I prefer
Make fun
Lobo
of
to Hobo.
everybody.
I do make fun of everybody. That's my endearing quality.
Sure, let's
I
go.
Endearing.
think Kason probably had the longest hazing process of any other archer. I don't know how that came about, but yeah,
I
it felt like it went on forever.
I honestly don't
Yeah.
remember
We still
my
do.
hazing process when I joined. I think I skipped it somehow.
It went right back to
I
Kason.
think I was the only person that warranted it.
Nah, there was a lot
No,
of.
definitely not. Shadow, Main, or whatever.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Gotta make
Jason,
it
it was you for a while, and then Pax showed up, and we made fun of Pax.
Oh gosh.
Wait, what about Shadow Main Zero?
Shadow Main, it was Shadow Link or something.
Oh, Shadow Link.
Shadow
Oh, better
Link.
you guys are telling me about that. The guy that did like a gentleman's dash and like went from one place to another to help some person on a cliff.
Darkwing Chem Smith.
God, he had the biggest
Oh, God.
ADD ever. Like, we were having a conversation, we're RPing out a conversation, and the kid is in there, and he's like, I'm gonna go buy a sword, and he leaves, and he goes and buys a sword, and RP's coming back, and we're still having the same conversation, and he's like, guys, we should go adventuring now. We just got here, dude. We haven't even gotten our food yet. Like, chill out.
Wow.
It was like RPing with a squirrel on a keyboard.
Wow.
Settled down a little bit later, and it got better. But that first few weeks, it was just like, oh my god, child.
Anyone else have
That
any?
bad when I first started.
No, a lot of people aren't. Anyone else have any questions for Kason?
What character do you dislike the most?
Ooh,
Of my characters or of other people's characters?
Of anyone. Anyone.
anyone.
Oh, they're gonna start shit now.
Yes.
Fuck it, I don't care. Characters I hate?
Like, honestly, like the character, not the person. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
not-
I know. I know, just the character, I know.
Yeah.
But aside, I can't think of anyone at the moment.
See, everyone says that, but I have a ton that I'm like, I fucking hate that character. But
Because
okay,
you're full of rage.
Merrick, you hate Gregors, you hate everybody.
that is not my name.
And I bet you Richard's on the top
Gregors.
now.
Gregors, I love that. That's his new nickname from now on.
Dick name? That's my
Fuck
name? You just said dick name, Cam.
What?
You
We're
did
not
just
gonna
say.
visit that subject right now.
You just said that's his new dick name. That's what you just said.
No, that's his nickname. That's his nickname.
No, it came out like.
You said dick name, bro. I'm sorry.
There's actually a few characters on Row I don't like either, so
Chaos is trying to rope us all back in. Good job, Chaos. You get 5 points. What are the characters?
Let's see. I honestly didn't like Logain. David's cool, but I spent most of my time wanting to punch Logain in the face.
I hate Scion. I didn't like Scion at all. Everyone
I
likes
don't
Scion.
know jack about Scion, so
Oh,
I can't
he
say
friggin' creeps me out. Scion creeps me out, and when he was talking to
No, the player creeps you out.
when Alaric was talking to him in the at Kakariko when everything's being destroyed, I kind of wanted. It was almost painful to read those posts because freaking Scion was still being a creeper, trying to talk to Alaric while Alaric's trying to get him to go away.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
I don't know. It's not the person who controls it. It's just like I don't.
It's just a character.
Yeah, like I don't like him at all. Like, but it seems like everybody else like jizzes for Scion. They're like, oh, he's so good. Like, you know, it's like no.
Yeah. I also
There's a morbid fascination there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the only reason I enjoyed reading Scion's posts is because, like, he's crazier than Ikanyu, and Ikanyu was as crazy as I could go.
Dude,
I get that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's always fun to, like, read the posts of crazy people. I don't know
It
why. It just is.
Like, for a while, when I first joined, I started reading all of your posts as Ikanyu, and I really liked them.
Then he died.
I'm sort of sad I'm sad that he's gone now, but
Oh, character I hated, Zane Benater.
He's so alive.
Well, that goes without saying.
Goes without
Yeah.
saying, yes.
I actually like the character. He's too much fun to kill off, I think.
well, I think okay, the fact
We have
that
too much fun trying to kill him off to
times
actually
already.
succeed.
I mean, you gotta
Okay.
have that one derpy guy. You know, you just have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
the thing
putting aside the idea that he's fun to, it's like people love to hate him. The character itself, himself, he is a douche.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Zane is like Rose Vegeta. We just like to hate the guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like setting that aside, like literally looking at him now, just like completely forgetting, making fun of him in the chat and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
That like,
If
saying,
you
"Oh
just
yeah, we
look
want
at
to kill him."
the character without
This
all the
character's a
stuff.
complete
calling
douchebag.
him
He's a
Twinkle.
self-absorbed douche.
Yeah. The character
Yeah.
himself isn't exactly likable. Which is probably
And now
why we
that
don't-
he's like alive, like I said before, now that he's gonna be surviving that clock tower attack, his ego is gonna skyrocket, and even more people want to kill him.
Maybe Caden will just like
I swear-
murder him.
I swear to God, the thing I hate about Zane is that, like, he has cheated death, like, 3 times, and 2 of those times that he almost died were by me.
And then there was the tower.
Oh yeah, you
which
talking
came
about
really
Earth
close.
Temple?
Yeah, Earth Temple was one, the Lost Woods was the second, and now Clocktown was the third, and somehow Richard the Kokiri fucker messed that up for all of us.
Wow.
What about are you counting or the Tipping Tea House?
I don't.
Yeah,
count
that was another confrontation.
I don't count that as a fight because like nothing actually happened.
Yeah, we just kind of talked. He needs to show back up and. Okay, I would laugh if I managed to replace him on the circle. Because then he'd show back up and I just totally get to arrest him on the spot.
Oh
Yes.
I wouldn't
Let's do
even,
that.
Dude, you should go for it.
I wouldn't even hesitate. Just like, no, arrest this guy.
I was in that tea house of ill repute that I probably shouldn't admit that I was in, but I was there. Shit.
You're the one that yoinked me out of the fight.
Yeah, and I saw that my backup was gone. I'm like, well, fuck.
It was too much crap going down at one point.
Yeah,
Like, we were
there
just
was.
trying to get the queen out without her being realized. That's why
Zane's
we had
coming
to
in there
get
just
in this
messing
tiny
that up.
tea house.
And then I
And then
bust
shit.
out, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing?
People are shouting in the hallway. It's
And then
only a
I'm
matter of time before things go down.
I'm actually,
We had to get out.
I'm like the only sane person in that thing. I'm trying to get Zane to leave without starting a fight. And he
I
wasn't
love how
going
we
for
went
it.
down
either.
the garbage chute.
So, Kason, where have you liked to post the most best?
What are
Sorry.
you trying to say?
I kind of lost track of my question. I was trying to ask him a question, but then I realized I had no question for him.
Are you asking me like, where's my favorite place to post?
Yes, that's basic. Yes, that's a good question. Where do you like to post the most?
For a while, it was Great Bay, because like I always like beach settings within RPs, and like I remember like we had Great Bay and ROH 4, but technically it was supposed to be called like something else or whatever because it was like because it was Zelda 2's map or something.
Yeah.
And then now you've got like the actual Terminian Great Bay for ROH 6, and I just like beach environments for some odd reason. And always in Majora's Mask, if ever like I just wanted to like screw around or whatever, I would always just go there. I don't know why, I just
always
would.
went to Snowhead.
Why?
I always went to
Goron Roller.
Great Bay too. I just swam around and I
Yeah, I loved Zora Link's swimming mechanic in
Yes.
Majora's Mask. That was just like the most fun thing.
when I was little and I played that game, that was it entertained me for hours.
Zora
Yeah,
Link
especially
does
just
have a
like
great
popping
swimming
up an
mechanic.
electric barrier to just like fry everything in your path.
I like the Water Temple and the Gerudo and the Pirate's Fortress. I didn't actually like the Great Bay area for some reason.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable, yeah.
Although
Also,
Well,
this
here's
is
a
gonna be like
question.
the longest podcast ever.
we're probably
Speaking of
on
which-
2 hours now.
Yeah. Maybe
Yes.
Oda, if you got a question, ask it real quick.
It's just quick. What was your favorite temple in all the games?
Mine?
Yeah.
Like in which games? Just any game?
Any game.
Yeah,
Any
any
game.
game.
Probably Ancient Cistern from Skyward Sword.
That dungeon rocked.
Yes. I absolutely loved that
It's
dungeon.
the only water dungeon I didn't hate.
I know, right? Like you just get the feeling it's like,
And-
oh, it's another water temple, and then you play through like, oh my god, it plays on Buddhist heaven and hell. This is just and the
And then
music is so great. Oh my god.
And the rope climb towards the end when you're trying to get away from all the freaking zombie things.
That's actually
That was
based
intense as fuck.
It was.
off like some Buddhist myth or whatever, like
Hmm.
some Buddhist god, or I think it was just Buddha in general, was like walking past a pond to like reflect on life or whatever, and in the pond he sees hell, and this one guy, this criminal named Kanata, he's like probably one of the worst type of scum that had ever lived, but his one sole act of redemption was like he decided not to step on a spider or whatever. So Buddha just decided to reward his compassion for life, or whatever it was,
What?
and lower a thread.
What's this have to do with anything?
It's it has to do with the ancient cistern.
Yeah. And then like
Because never played Skyward Sword. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Scott-
that's right. You should fix that.
Yeah.
anyway, Buddha looked like a thin little thread into hell for the criminal to climb onto and climb up into heaven. And so he feels like he feels like he's climbing and climbing, and he's finally going to be free. But all of a sudden, he's not moving. And then he looks down, and he sees that like all the other sinners in hell are trying to climb the thread. And so he just yells out, "Get off this rope! It's mine alone!" And then the spider's leg breaks.
Aw.
And on that note, I believe we should wrap that up.
Right then.
All right. Thanks, Kason, for joining us. And I would like to remind everybody that is listening in, and this will be posted in the topic.
We
Chaos?
forgot something. We didn't do the question of the week.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
We're not going to do a question a week. I think for now on, we're going to do a raffle, which is basically if you want to be part of this as a special guest, we interview you, we ask you questions, you get to be part of the podcast, hopefully. You post in the ROH podcast topic. We're starting anew after this one. Say you're interested. I'll put it in this little program that randomly picks who gets chosen. We choose you. You get to see the script. You get to have a little fun with us, and hopefully it's not a big fucking train wreck.
If all else fails, I will put it in a hat. I will put all the names in a hat and toss it around and just pick one.
No, it's a computer program that picks
you
it.
actually have one?
Yeah,
The list of Caden's favorite people.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
No. It's not me doing it. It's a computer program. I'll send y'all a link to prove that it exists.
Okay, works for me.
Yeah. It's not actually me writing these fucking things down on a hat. I'm not that fucking crazy.
But you wouldn't write on a hat. That'd be weird.
Yeah, you'd have to have a lot of
In a
hats.
hat.
That's why I said I'm not that fucking crazy. I wouldn't write it on a fucking
You
hat.
write it on paper and put it in a hat, duh.
In a hat, dude.
So
Yeah, we're
anyway,
gonna have RoboCam pick.
yeah, roll camel pick. That is it for the ROH podcast. If you sat through this entire thing,
God
You-
bless you.
yes,
Yes.
God bless.
God bless you
And
indeed.
get help.
All right, this has been Caden Katanas, Merrick, Chaos, Oda, Kaylin, and Umbra, aka Lobo the Hobo.
Spark
And-
rear grinder.
Yes, aka
Ah,
that was
fucking
Gregors.
Schools.
Ah.
I would like to say thank you and good night.
Later, folks.
Okay,
See ya.
Blow jobs.
bye. Adios.
Rape jokes.
Bye.